So I was born in Cleveland, Ohio. I left home at 17, so I grew up around the world. I've lived in 5 different states and another country.
Amazing! Jet setter. Okay, number 2.
When did you start writing musicals?
Another loaded question. Actually, this is the first musical that I've written. I love musicals, and we'll get more into that later. But this is the actual first like full one. I was like, oh my god, I trust myself to do this. So yeah.
Yeah.
All right, number 3 is what is your favorite musical?
The Wiz. And let me just say, but wait, let me just say, no, this, because it's important. It's the movie version of The Wiz. And I just want to say that I know a lot of people like shit on movie musicals, but as a person who grew up like I did, who did not have the exposure to musicals, it was really important for me to have movie musicals that were accessible. So me being 3 years old, seeing The Wiz for the first time changed my life. And so it's it's funny because as much as I love musicals, my passion is actually really in movie musicals and like visual musicals, because that's what gave, I mean, Little Shop of Horrors, Grease, obviously Chicago. I mean, like the movies were just like, oh my god, you know, I couldn't afford theater and my family couldn't take us either. So movie musicals are important, even though people try
You still make a good movie musical.
Okay.
Lin-Manuel Miranda. Alright. And you will be making your movie musical.
Yes! One day.
Alright, number 4.
What do you have coming up? Anything that you want to tell us about?
Tonight. I'm applying for, I'm doing some things with what this show is right now, so you'll see. But I will say this, if I don't get what I'm applying for, it's okay, because I'm still gonna make this happen. I'm just gonna do it in smaller clubs,
That's right.
get my projector, make it happen, but I have big plans for this, but you're gonna see, like, hear the first version of it.
So,
Just, I want to say, everyone, follow at DeShawn Jenkins official on the social media to keep up with what is happening with the show, because I have a feeling once you see this, you're going to want to see more.
Absolutely. What are we about to see?
Okay, so you're gonna see a show called 1983 Established. This is the newer version of the show. I did a smaller version of this in November, but after doing that, and I did get great response, but I just got so much information, I was like, you know what, let me like revamp this and like have more fun, because the old version was very trauma heavy, and I was like, let's have some fun, let's bring it into the future, let's like lighten up the mood and still tell the story. And so you're gonna see this new version tonight. With that being said, I do have some things for you. Okay, first thing is a QR code. So I have some friends here tonight and they have a QR code. I couldn't print it out. Please, if you want to, you can scan this and you'll be able to see mood boards of the characters that I'm going to present for you tonight. So that way you can kind of get an idea of like visually what these characters would look like. That's number one. Number two, the way this show will be set up as a one-person musical, the only actual physical person in real life you will see is Pilot, who is the main character, and Jazz Jones, but Jazz doesn't show up until the very end, and you'll see why. Everyone else that you will see is actually going to be on a big screen behind me. So if, let's say if this was my navigator deck, because the stage will be set up like a navigation deck in a spaceship in the year 2317. So if this is what you would see, then over here on the big screen, you would see this lavish character named Jazz, who is a shape-shifting like interface, who's Pilot's best friend and doing all these crazy things. She's quite fantastic. I've had a lot of fun writing with her, and I have found a lot of myself through her. And so that's how that will work, as well as Captain and some other things that you will see. So if you can use your imagination tonight, just imagine that you would visually see her on the screen, and this interaction will be between Pilot and Jazz. And and the other small thing, sorry, I'm trying to make it fast, is that when these songs happen, Jazz has, in this particular version right now, Jazz has 2 songs. So when Jazz is performing, the camera switches and Jazz is in real life and Pilot's on the screen. And then when Pilot is doing his thing, Pilot would just be here. And I think that kind of like gives you a kind of idea. So use your imaginations, please. And again,
I don't know if this crowd can handle that.
And again, like I said, the queue of my friends are around, my partners, and they have the QR code. They will be walking around. So if you want it, you can scan it, and that folder has all the visual mood boards for Jazz, Pilot, Alpha, which is the main central system for the ship, as well as, am I missing somebody? Jazz, Pilot, Captain Q. I'm missing some people. Yeah, yes, flight attendant, yes. Which the flight attendant is another fabulous character, but you only see her once, and like I'm obsessed.
All right, well, we are so excited to see this.
Woo, take it away, DeShawn.
Yeah. Also, as you can see, I will be doing a lot. I'm running the songs and doing all the characters, so if there are some like cues missed or anything, just ride with me. We're having fun tonight. This is story time for my people in the back. I'm sorry I'm so low, but you know, imagine it like, you know, old school elementary style, like story time, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we're just gonna have some fun here. Okay? Okay? Y'all was with me now. Don't leave me out here in this spaceship by myself. All right, y'all ready?
Yeah.
You ready, Andi?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. 1983, established. The year is 2317. Humanity has since evolved into the language of feeling. Race, gender, identity, sexuality, and even the act of sex itself are no longer points of conversation. With our emotional maturity elevated, our physical bodies have had the room to evolve and our economic politics to dissolve. In fact, humans can now biologically reject all energy that is not derived from love. And even life itself cannot be conceived unless there is honest love between the parties involved. With our physical and emotional intelligence now in balance, we have also developed the ability to simply communicate in vibration. Now that we've gotten that out the way, I'd like to introduce you to Pilot. Hello everyone, I'll be your navigator this evening. I am Pilot Jeff Rome. Congratulations on graduating the physical and emotional unification. You are now on your way to Planet Jam Loop, where the love is real and the feels are easy. Or so I've heard. I haven't quite grounded yet, which actually brings me to my next point. This is officially my last flight. I've been on this ship for about 20 years, and as you know, every 20 years the ship lands, gas is up, and a new pilot takes over, so I get to retire. Well, hypothetically. I mean, I can retire, or I can stay on for another 20 years. I do love being a navigator. Can't see myself doing anything else, but there is a part of me that wonders what it would feel like to be grounded. I haven't made a decision yet, so I guess I got some thinking to do. Well, anyways, this should be about you, not me. So as I said, congratulations, and I look forward to being your guide for the evening. Welcome to Flight 1983. Established. Seat 22, cabin 4, please. Established. Cabin 6, seat 33, please. Please sit back as your air pressure seats form to your body for takeoff. Once we have reached altitude, you will be released. However, please refrain from moving until signal has been given by pilot. Photography and video
Jenkins. And now, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We have arrived at altitude. We watch as pilot logs into the navigation database in the flight deck. Advanced Learning Personal Human Assistant, aka Alpha, has been initiated. Name: Pilot Javarone. Origin of center: non-binary. Vibration confirmed. Graduate vitals are stable. Who will be assisting you today on your journey? You know, Alpha, that's a good question. Yeah, I don't know. Detecting dense vibration. Options. Well, there's Lacey. Good old Lacey. Oh, well, of course there's Anthony, but we're not ready for that conversation. I'm not ready for that conversation. Vibration confirmed. Loading. Chaz? Chaz? Why her? Jazz appears on the flight deck screen, seemingly annoyed. Hello, pilot. And where have you been? Hey, Jazz. It's good to see you too. I believe I asked a question. It's funny how you think I don't know. I can tell you're lying, I can hear it in your tone. You don't think I see your little giggle when you call? Feeling all this heat, put pressure on my heart. I thought we had a good thing. Why you gotta fuck up the flow? The real one. Now you got my third eye, giving you side eye. Wondering if I really got time to waste a line. Why don't you just tell me what's on your mind? Instead of feeding me lies, boy. Like a ghost in water, invisible. Why don't you just tell me what's on your mind? Hey, 'cause I can see right through you. I know about the last month, the last week, and I even know about last night. Well, if you know so much already, why are you asking me? Because knowing and believing are two very different things, pilot. Remember on the third you had shit to do. Said that you was busy and you really needed solitude. So tell me why I saw you chilling with your little friend. The one who gets all jealous every time you say my name. See, I don't even care what you had to do. I just hate the fact you had to lie and I busted you. How am I supposed to trust you with the big shit when you can't even keep it real about the little shit? Now ain't this about a bitch? Why don't you just tell me what's on your mind? Hey, 'cause I can see right through you. Did you forget that I can see in 5D? Why don't you just tell me what's on your mind? Oh, 'cause I can see right through you. You're lucky I'm actually in the mood to be bothered today. I can see right through you. So you better not waste my time. Now, let me take a look at you. You look terrible. Fair. I'm a little all over the place today. I gotta decide if I'm gonna ground or not. Has it been 20 years already? Oh, pilot. I remember your very first flight. You know, if it wasn't for me those first 5 years, you would probably still be sitting at my base, Just wondering how to turn me on? By the way, being that this is your last flight and all, I do have to ask, why did you start using the others? I don't know. I mean, I guess when I realized I had options, I thought maybe I could explore a little, you know? I only had you that long by default. Default? I see somebody's vocabulary is expanding. Jazz, I promise you, I will fly this thing manually. Oh, I'd like to see you try. Please, please, not now, okay? This should be the happiest day of my life, and I'm so confused. Confused? About what? Well, I love my job. This ship's been my home for the last 20 years. I mean, what am I supposed to do? I'm the first and only navigator in my family, so they're all looking to me to guide them. But what about me? You know? But I'm just gonna ground and live this new and exciting unified experience alone? Yeah. And then there's all this talk about Jamlu and how everything is different, you know, and it's exciting, but shit's got me on edge. You know how long it takes me to get adjusted sometimes. I mean, what if I'm not ready, you know? Why am I even putting myself through all of this? I could just simply decide to keep flying and be done, you know? I don't know. Wow, P. I didn't know it was this deep. I mean, I felt it, but I didn't realize it was like this. Well, in relation to the last part, I mean, sure, you were a disaster those first few years, but by all accounts, I'd say you're ready. I like how you just skipped, like, right over the family part. Oh, no, honey, I didn't just skip. I intentionally jumped over that. That is way beyond my emotional jurisdiction. I've spent my entire life living to be a navigator. It's truly all that I am. You know, after all these years, I just realized something. You really don't know yourself. What? What are you talking about? As in, you don't know who you are, pilot. I mean, do you actually think navigating this ship is all that you're meant for? Okay, tell me. When you look in the mirror, what do you see? Me? And how does that make you feel? I don't know. I mean, once I knew I was going to be a navigator, I really didn't allow myself to see anything else. Exactly. Pilot, you've got to look beyond the surface. Mirror on the wall. Am I pretty? Am I pleasure? Am I want to be the cause. Round of applause, fill up the ball. I want to take up space, set a new pace. Give this bitch a new face. Take me. Give me a life trophy case. If you play me, consider yourself erased. Talking blunt as I stir the kitty pot. Then I stir the twisted plot. Intermission lollipop. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Am I pretty? Am I fierce? Am I sitting? Mirror, mirror on the wall. Am I hot? Am I pleasure? Am I pleasure? Can you hear me? Don't act like you don't hear me talking to you. Can you hear me? Why am I still waiting for my upgrade? Well, who else? Girl. Here we go again with the same old shit. How many times you gonna ask me this? When you gonna realize, actualize, be your own reveal? One last time, your reflection is your mind. What you think I shall provide, that's your heart and not your eyes. For your lessons when you try. Keep your focus, you'll be fine. Switching places cause I'm tired. Can you hear me? All this emotional labor, honey. I need a tea. Can you hear me? I wanna be the cause, round of applause, fill up the ball. I wanna be the cause, round of applause. Yes, yes. Oh, thank you, darling. I know I look fabulous. Thank you. You see, Pilot, it's all surface with you. But by design, it's inevitably that rumble that you feel inside. That thing that makes you. Can you? Well, can you hear me? Since when is it my responsibility to raise humans? Can you hear me? Oh my God! Well, hello. You asking a lot of me right now, Jazz. No more than necessary, don't you think? All right, when you're right, you're right. Shit. Okay. Look within. And I feel my deepest vibration, but I don't fully understand its language. It feels familiar, but it's foreign all at the same time. You say it feels familiar. Can you remember if there was ever a time you felt this vibration before now? Pilot is interrupted by a call from Captain Q. Pilot, I have not yet received your emotion report. Yes, sir. See, I was just getting to that. Let me guess. Anthony? Ooh, no, sir. Jazz. Ah, Jazz. I haven't heard that name in quite some time. And how is the vintage lady? Forever a classic, sir. Fitting for this journey in particular. Well, your report was due 15 minutes ago. Let's go out with a neater schedule, shall we? Yes, sir. Captain signs off, leaving Pilot with his feelings and the task to log his emotion report. This is Pilot Jabarone, 7th rank, navigator for Flight 1983, established. Today is the beginning of the beginning, and it's been a time. You know, this flight isn't as lonely as I thought it would be, and I'm very thankful. Emotional security was the goal and the dream, but now that I've lived it, I'm not so sure it's my dream anymore. And that scares me. I can be honest about that. I mean, when I really allow myself to feel it, you know, I realized the last time I felt anything remotely close to this was the day I signed on to be a navigator. I was 6th rank, eager, though unifying faster than my family. I realized long ago that in order for me to find my way, I was going to have to allow myself to grow at my own pace. But I didn't expect to succeed all on my own. And while honoring the work that I've done, I also processed the sacrifice. And that shit hurts. I have this like deep feeling of guilt and abandonment on both sides. And in the same breath, I also feel the freedom, you know, and but I feel like I gotta fly, you know? I gotta fly for my family. I gotta fly until every one of them has been unified, and I really want to be their navigator, so I'm stuck wondering, you know, do I choose what's best for me, or what's best for them? Emotion report received. Loading. Shh. Jazz? No, fuck, no, wait. So you called me before you did your report? Oh, it's like you're intentionally trying to distort my legacy. Jazz, relax. Cap loves you. He calls you the vintage lady. Vintage? With this face. I will have you both know that vintage doesn't even kiss the tip of my excellence, for I am a pure design birthed directly from the essence that is the powerful, definitive, defiant, and electrifying era of feminine black power circa 1910 to 2010. It was a compliment. You might be a great 7th rank navigator, but you are most certainly a 4th rank at descriptively explaining your emotions. So I put some thought into what you said earlier. Refresh my connection. I was barely listening. And I have felt something like this before. It was the last night of my 6th rank. The year's 2297. We watch as Pilot is in his personal cabin. He has just answered a call from Captain. Pilot, it's 2342. I believe you have initial flight at 6:30 and you need your rest. I know, Captain, I can't sleep. My mind is everywhere. I assume you have not done your evening sound vision as required? Well, can't say I didn't try. Trying is a failing word, Pilot. You either do it or you don't. Well, I did, and it didn't seem to help much. Pilot, I expect more from you. At this stage in your training, I shouldn't even have to inquire. Now, I've grown to learn patience and grace, but my well runs low with you. And while I have faith that you will indeed be an incredible navigator, I do cast doubt on your timeline. I feel your vibration, sir, and I apologize. Know that not only am I ready, but I'm confident that I have all that I need, just, you know, in my own way. I've long dreamed of this very moment, and it's been an honor to have you as my teacher and my mentor. I want nothing more than to make you proud, and I know you feel that my vibration has changed, but you gotta believe me when I say I've been trying real hard, you know? Oh, shit. Sorry, sir. I've been analyzing it so I can understand, you know? It's just that I feel so much faster than I can see. And sometimes it just takes me a minute to process, but trust me, sir, I'm ready. Pilot, let me explain something to you. I've been captain now for 4 cycles. You know what that means? I've been captain for 80 years. I've seen and felt more than you can possibly imagine. I know where you are. 4, Okay. Okay. Sound. Pilot finds his sound helmet and begins to record his sound vision. My intention is to expand, not for myself, but also for my family. I embrace my unification with my mind, body, and energy. Let our vision evolve. Let our vision evolve. Let our vision evolve. Let our vision evolve. 1, 3, 5, now come we elevate. Take me through the moon, send me to the gate, we innovate. I see passion and imagination leading all the way. If you wanna see the future, we better evaluate. I was thinking about this the other day. I was trying to figure out the reason for all our ways. We be fighting and scratching over shit that we created. If we wanna see different, we better change it. Why you acting like you ain't got no power? If you only knew what you can do different, you would move. You be taking strides, birthing the nation, raising truth. Taking selfies on the side of the moon. This shit is better than free. Don't hit it live, come and get a little LOVE. We on the ride. If you wanna travel with me, you better get it, cause I can get on that LOVE. Is you for real? Baby, I ain't speaking to breathe. You better know it. If you coming, there's a passenger seat. We on the mission, intervention, cause it's bigger than me. You better get it, cause I can get on that LOVE. I spy evil on the rise. You say this ain't no surprise. Can't believe it if you see it. Tell me why don't you fight? Interceding, overbreeding, your perpetual lie. We can build what they never did. We can heal, we can benefit. If you believe it, we can lead from intent within. Can't you see it? Can't you feel where we're headed? If we don't begin, why you acting like you ain't got no power? If you only knew what you can do different, you would move. You be taking strides, birthing the nation, raising truth. Taking selfies on the side of the moon. This shit is better than free. Don't hit it live, come and get a little LOVE. We on the ride. If you wanna travel with me, you better get it, cause I can get on that LOVE. Is you for real? Baby, I ain't speaking to breathe. You better know it. If you coming, there's a passenger seat. We on the mission, intervention, cause it's bigger than me. You better get it, cause I can get on that LOVE. My intention is to expand, not just for myself, but also for my family. I embrace my unification with mind, body, and energy. Let our vision evolve. 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 We return to the year 2317. Pilot and Jazz are deep in conversation. That's all you got to say? Oh, well, you didn't ask my opinion. Shit, you just started telling me this long ass story, so yes. Oh my fuck, Jazz, I'm telling you this because yes, I want your opinion. Well, if you want my personal opinion, personally, it sounds like you're just too fucking scared to grow up. I mean, the fact that I'm even saying this, considering your rank and position, is highly unbeknownst to me. Because see, what you fail to realize is you don't have a fucking choice but to grow. Because things are gonna keep moving along regardless. Oh, and please believe it, even if you did decide to keep flying for the next 20 fucking years, Alpha, please not. At some point, you're still gonna have to decide if you're gonna get on or off this thing. So what the fuck is it gonna be, pilot? Now or later? Fuck! Decision, fundamental shit. Damn! At this moment, something unparalleled happened. For the first time in the history of humankind, a foreign sonic wave rushed through the universal pathways, causing a glitch in the Alpha Central System, sending both pilot and Flight 1983 spiraling out of control. Oh no, what's happening? What's happening? Pilot! The glitches in the system revealed to Pilot that not only was Jazz a part of Alpha, but also was Captain Q. But before he could even process, snap! The year's 2010, Chicago, Illinois. We watch as Jazz Jones is auditioning for the local talent show with his original song. Hi, my name is Jazz Jones, and I'll be singing my original song, Checkmate. Oh, no, I don't have any live accompaniment, just my drum loop and some vocals for now. That's okay, right? Okay. Boom, boom. Okay, Jazz. Boom, boom. It's your time. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, I'm gonna start. Give me 1 second. Okay. Ready? Tell me what's your part? Is it really true? Yeah. Did you go too far? Did you act a fool? 'Cause I know you're not game. Yeah. I've played your chess 1,000 times before. I bet you I prove you wrong. Yeah. Ooh, wait. Yeah. I bet you I prove you wrong. No, yeah. I bet you I prove you wrong. Crescent smiles don't face. It's the stillness of the mind that matters. I'm planning. Seeing pathways and visions through the valleys. You're a pawn to my vision in 5 ways and everlasting. Oh, I see the sweat above your brow. You tremble at the sound of my voice. My times are now. Guess I should just go ahead and make my move. And embarrass you. Tell me what's your part? Yeah. Is it really true? Yeah. Did you go too far? Oh, yeah. Did you act a fool? 'Cause I know you're not gay. Yeah. I've played 1,000 times before. 1,000 times before. I bet you I prove you wrong. I think it's my turn. Yeah. I bet you I prove you wrong. I see my move. Yeah. I bet you I prove you wrong. Watch this. Checkmate. Ooh, wait. Checkmate. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. Checkmate. I bet you I prove you wrong. I just did. Tune in next time to find out what happens when Pilot comprehends that he is in the year 2010 and accidentally bumps into Jazz Jones in the epic story of SoHo.